Hi, everyone. I decided to come on live for a minute. It's the new year. I wanted to come on live, especially because today is Three Kings Day, and a lot of countries in Latin America celebrate Three Kings Day. It is the Reyes Magos visiting baby Jesus. So it's very exciting. It's a very blessed and holy day. And here we are, 2025. It's so crazy. But I wanted to give a little Monday motivation real quick and a couple reminders about the podcast. So it's exciting. All right. I am going to start first with some positivity. So Louise Hay is a really great author. She writes a lot. She's written a lot of self-help books and motivation books. Hi, Mom. My mom's on here watching me live. Um, but Louise Hay is really great. She has written a lot of books about healing, inner healing, and things like that. So I decided to bring out that deck. It's like an oracle deck. And I'm going to shuffle and let's see what our message is. It can be our message for the week as we start 2025. I can't believe it's 2025 already. Oh, speaking of Three Kings Day, Bad Bunny released his new album recently. If not this weekend, maybe it was released. It's really, really good. I highly recommend it. Everyone has been talking about it and listening to it. So, all right, let's see. I already saged these cards before I started. So, let's see. Okay. Ah, this is great. So something cool about this deck is it's double-sided, so each card has two messages. So this says, I let go of all expectations. I let go of all expectations. That's really good because I think sometimes we hold ourselves back or we don't do things that we would like to do because of what will people say, what will people think, and sometimes you have to just kind of let that go. And also placing like having standards is wonderful. However, sometimes placing like high expectations on other people can be very stressful. It can be a little bit too much. So not putting those kind of expectations on other people can be a big relief in some ways. So I think that's a great message. And then this other side says, I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. I love it. So this is very much ocean vibes, water energy. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. If you have those placements, this might be especially for you. I have the ascendant or rising sign is Cancer. So it's pretty cool. Let's see. So I flow freely and lovingly with life. Yeah, going with the flow, man. Life sure throws some curveballs sometimes. Being able to navigate those curveballs, falling down and then getting back up again. That's really part of growing up. As part of life. That's resilience, that's strength. It's all of those things wrapped up into one. And also keeping a positive mindset that everything is for our highest good, that even if sometimes things don't work out the way we'd like them to, in the timing that we'd like them to, it's got to be for a greater purpose. God has a larger plan, Spirit has a larger plan for us that we can't always see, like we can't always see the details of. So there's that. Cool. Excellent. All right. So, as we are at the beginning of 2025, I know oftentimes people will do vision boards and journaling, and that is really, really good. If you haven't already, definitely do a vision board. I did want to mention though, I would not recommend sharing your vision board publicly. Like I know people will post their vision board online. Personally, I feel like those are very sacred. I feel like, evil eye is real, mal de ojo is real, bad energy, envy, jealousy, all of that is very real. And so I would not want others seeing what my plans are before they even come to fruition. So, as far as vision boards, make them, hang them in your home, make a digital one that you can see on your computer or on your phone. That's all fantastic. But as far as like posting it publicly or sharing it widely on social media or in a very like high traffic area, I wouldn't recommend it. And then journaling is always helpful to kind of, to just reflect and think about what's going on in one's life, to process emotions. And it's always nice to be able to look back on a journal. That's something that I really enjoy doing, is to see like how I've grown and how I've changed over time, over like a year or a few years. So I wanted to give like 3 little tips for this new year and helping us get into a positive mindset. So, number one, I think it's so important to be true to oneself. So, in the sense of, if you make a commitment to yourself, follow through with it, even with little things, right? Even with little things. If a person says, like, I really want to learn how to play guitar this year, take small steps towards that goal. Find out about guitar classes. See if there's even classes online, for an example. City colleges will offer classes, things like that. Or I know right now, for the new year, there's always a lot of New Year's resolutions, such as cooking. I want to cook more this year. I want to learn a new cuisine. I want to dress better, any number of things, whatever it is. But my point being, be true to yourself, right? If you have set that goal and made that commitment to yourself, follow through with it and be true to yourself, right? It's not about anybody else. It's not about what other people say. It's for you. And I know it's a little bit of a sore subject, is working out, right? Every year, I think that working out and getting healthy is always like the number one desire or resolution that people have for New Year's. And honestly, it's about small steps. It's about taking small steps and making those little decisions. Maybe working out 6 days a week all at once is a lot, right? Maybe start with 3 days a week. And then when you really get a rhythm of 3 days a week, then bump it up to 4 days a week, for example. This is just an example as far as working out. Yeah. So, whatever it is that you're seeking and hoping to work on, I will share here that I have really made this renewed commitment to my writing. I have not been writing as consistently or as often as I would like to be. And so I'm very proud of myself. I got some writing done this morning and I worked out this morning. So I am feeling like I am winning already this year. I want to keep it up though. I gotta stay strong. Gotta stay strong for 51 more weeks of the year. But I'm in it with you. I'm definitely in it with you. Whatever folks are working on, I am cheering you on. And then a second tip that I would give is to dream bigger. I think a lot of times we hold ourselves back and we kind of sort of accept the bare minimum or strive for the bare minimum, and we don't push ourselves. Where it's like, you know what? Dream big, be delulu, right? This word has been about, of like, be delusional, be delusional, be delulu. If you want to do acting, go to some casting calls. If you want to be a painter and you don't really know how to paint, take some painting classes to start. Just start, right? Buy a sketchbook, buy some charcoal, buy watercolors, whatever medium you want to use. Just start, right? And don't let anyone hold you back, right? If anyone's like, "Oh, aren't you kind of old for that?" No, I'm not, right? And there's also that issue of like feeling like age restrictions, like, "Oh, I'm too old to do like ballroom dancing," or, "Oh, I'm too old to do, a triathlon, and I'm too this, I'm too that, I'm too." No, just try, just go, just try it out. Just try it out. You never know. You never know how amazing and fantastic it could be unless you just try. Just try. I love the stories of people, some of these big name people like Oprah, or oh my gosh, I'm trying to think on who else, like famous artists, that they didn't get, the point being, they didn't get their start until they were 40 something, right? Whatever field they were in. Oh, I think Vera Wang didn't start designing dresses and wedding dresses. I want to say she was an ice skater originally, and then she transitioned into doing fashion much later in life, and now she's Vera Wang, right? And so the point being, dream big, be Delulu, go for it. This is the year to at least make this the year where you start, right? Some things take time, some things take years to come to fruition, but at least get started. At least make one small step towards that end goal. And then finally, just in general, do more of what you love, so I really love the beach, and I'm grateful that being in Los Angeles, the beach is only the beach is only about 30 minutes from my home. And so I really should go to the beach more often. I love the water. I love the beach. And so, that is super easy to do, but I don't go, right? So things like that, do more of what you love. Find those things and tap into that, right? So again, I'm big on like healing the inner child, the inner Nina. What does she love? Like it can be anything. It can be coloring. I'm big on like coloring. I love Hello Kitty. Those are things that I really enjoyed as a child and I really loved. And so I still do them. So do more of what you love for sure. Try to incorporate it. Set aside time, be it yeah, at least like once a week, once a month. Make a date with yourself, make a date with yourself. If you love going to the movies, go to the movies, right? Like go to one show a month. Or if you like going to concerts, go to like one concert a month or every other month or something like that. And if you're looking for other people to do things with, there's so many groups. Oh my gosh, there's so many groups online. On Facebook, there's 1,000 groups where you can connect with people, you can talk about anything. You can talk about knitting, you can talk about coloring, you can talk about cooking, you can talk about marketing strategies, you can talk about podcasting, whatever, right? There's so many groups and ways to connect with people, which is really helpful. And then there's also another website, which I have found helpful, called Meetups. And that really has like thousands of options. I mean, you can find like soccer groups, Toastmasters for public speaking, dance classes, potlucks, people that like to do potlucks in the park, people that like to go running with their dogs. Like you name it, you'll find it. It's out there. It is out there. And I know sometimes it's hard depending on, where you live, if you live in a more rural area, smaller town, but don't give up. Don't give up. There is community out there. It just sometimes takes a little bit of effort. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Those 3 tips of being true to yourself, dream bigger, be Delulu, and do more of what you love. And then finally, as we wrap up, I wanted to remind folks that January 15th is the launch of season 3. So season 3 is going to be great. I'm super excited about launching the 3rd season of the podcast. I can't believe I'm already on season 3. It's so exciting. My first episode of that season is with Jacqueline Hidalgo. She's a fantastic professor at University of San Diego. Her interview is fabulous. I know you're going to like it. And I'm going to try to do more lives and try to come on here a little bit more often. Let me know in the comments like what you'd like to talk about or what you'd like to see more of in terms of my podcast or in terms of my YouTube platform. All right, folks, have a lovely, lovely rest of your Monday evening. And until next time,